Tug is in the house. What's up, Tugginator? How you doing, buddy? Welcome back to the live stream. Yo, Jordy's here too. Jordy, what's up, bro? Hey, guys, what's up? Jesse's here. Derek's here. Math. I had some amazing maple syrup today. That's all I can tell you. Badam, what's up? Kurt, what's up, buddy? Oh, we're feeling it, guys. We feeling the flow? I know we're giving away some spider action tonight. I was just making sure it was nice and centered on the screen here. It's gonna be fun. Christopher Talbot, what's up, buddy? Jimmy, how we doing, buddy? Sean Smith is here. Oh. That's a good question. Coos, that's a good question, man. Jess, how we doing, buddy? We're feeling good, buddy. We're feeling... Oh, yes, syrup. Big Mike, what's up, buddy? By the way, Big Mike, speaking of you, when I was putting the names on the wheel tonight, I had like 3 different entry things with your name on it. So I guess I just overlooked them and stuff. So don't be surprised. You have more names on the list than I thought. That's for sure. Sorry, I'm still drinking my coffee from earlier. Oh boy, is Spidey still on the shelves? Absolutely. Is there all kinds of craziness going on in the world of Magic? Absolutely. And we got so much to talk about. So welcome back to the live stream. By the way, to Tug, I really did kind of enjoy the episode this week of Alien Earth. I just did. I don't know how to describe it. Better than I expected. It was our 21st anniversary for me and the missus. 21st anniversary, and it was her 50th birthday. See, our anniversary and birthday is always in the same weekend because they're so close together. Right? Although the plans didn't work out exactly as I had hoped, we still had a great time. And that's what matters. Hey, Omar, thanks, buddy. I'm hoping so, man. It'd be pretty cool to get to like 50, 60,000 subscribers. 80,000, 100,000. Did you guys see all the new Secret Lair drops? I mean, Daniel, how could we not? The scariest one for me was Furby. I mean, literally scary. That thing is a terrifying gremlin type thing that just shouldn't exist. Have you seen those things in the shelves? They're so creepy, man. They are definitely pushing it, right? I know, right, Tug? Like, they didn't keep like to the dark corridors and stuff. And I'm okay with it. I am okay with it. I like the idea that the robot, the synths, are going, kind of having some fun. Okay. Now, I haven't looked at every single one of them yet. I looked at some like Jaws, stuff like that. Most of these Secret Lairs, by the way, do not appeal to me. It's not that I don't like the themes or the ideas or the IP. It's just they don't appeal to me, which I found very unusual. I mean, other than The Office. But The Office isn't really The Office because it's just like the Dwight Schrute. It doesn't have everybody. So I'm a little bit annoyed by that. Because I'm like, that's not really The Office then. Although the Recyclops and stuff is kind of cool. Schrute Farms. I get it. Just not enough for me. Not enough for me, man, to make me want to buy it. Okay, Jordy. Alan. Iron Maiden, baby. Come on. That stuff was flippin' awesome. It looked amazing. Yeah, Jordy. Oh, we're going with the Ricky Gervais version? Awesome, man. Love it, too. If we're all going to do Secret Lair, how about Goodfellas? And set it in New Capenna. I don't mind that. Only fussed about Maiden. All right, there you go. RP, I agree. This is the problem with Secret Lairs. Unless it's brand new cards, where's the draw and the appeal? Eventually, and I saw people joking saying, like, I have 50 different soul rings. I get it. There is maxed out versions. And the funny thing that people forget is if we look back to Fallen Empires, Fallen Empires, everyone, is actually, for the time, it wasn't that horrible of a set. It's just so much repetitive cardboard. There was all the different versions of Hymn to Turok, right? There's different versions of the same dwarves, the same Thalids, right? The same cards, which is what they do nowadays. What they tried back in like 94, they got successful with in 2025. Hey, Kenneth, how we doing, buddy? Oh, Trip, I know. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? And they got a lot that can go with that. There's a lot they can follow up with those kind of sets, right? You can give me Bebop and Rocksteady. You can give me Brainiac. There's a lot of characters, foot soldiers, different types, different generals. I like the odds. I mean, Casey Jones, right? Come on. I've never done Pokemon, Tug. It's never been my thing, right? Bucky O'Hare? Sure, why not? Oh yeah, Jordy. Hey, Goonies would be great. I'd be good with it. But again, Goonies as a secret layer, not as obvious a full-blown set. But as a secret layer, sure. Multiple art wasn't complete failure. Exactly. They weren't, Jimmy. It wasn't. It's just because the set wasn't very big for back in the day. And the 60 packs were kind of nice, right? Because they were really cheap to buy. The problem is the alternate art was so overproduced that it just sat on shelves. They used to give these boxes away for like $40. Not that I ever got any. Saul. Hello, Moxman. Good afternoon. Oh, rockin', buddy. I'm feeling good. I mean, I wish we had the He-Man secret lair. That'd be cool. G.I. Joe secret lair. Even better. Cobra Law secret lair, man. Remember Cobra Law? That was so good. Can you imagine Serpentor? That'd be pretty cool, too. Sergeant Slaughter, bro. Hey, a Doctor Strange wouldn't be bad either. I mean, we got the Marvel one coming up in 2026, right? We have some upcoming sets that are going to be really blowing people away. They are going to be good. It's just, I thought Marvel would be more back-to-back. M. Barnaby. M-B-A. Oh, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, buddy. But hi. Artifact equipment, battle advance helmet, attached target, becomes a battle cat. Come on, that'd be awesome. I'd be good with that. Historia is on my bucket list still. Okay, there's tons. Hey, Sailor Bobby, what's up, man? Now, guys, let's not forget tonight, we are giving away a thing of collector box that we're going to open on the channel. So this one is being opened. Even if you win it, it's being opened. If you are in the US and you win, I will be shipping this. Understand, whoever's here. I will be shipping the Spider-Man collector box to you, opened. But when I ship it to you, there will probably be tariffs. So what will happen is, after you pay the tariffs, you'll send me a thing with the picture and stuff, and I will send you money through PayPal to pay for it, okay? So, because it is yours, right? And if it's hopefully, Canada or somewhere else, I'll just pay for regular shipping. Oh, yeah. Pass it and double it! Smash the like button, people. That's what I like to see. I know, you know what? It's kind of funny how that always happens. But you got to recall and always remember that if you don't have a Gmail account, you can't hit the like button. Same as that whole the hype button. The hype button is only on your mobile devices, and it's not Apple. It has to be like Android. Oh, no, you will get it. Every single person basically reported me. That's why I was so far in the whole RP. It was crazy. Unless I was in Canada. Oh, it's going to be awesome, Kurt. I think we're going to pull the gemstone version tonight. I'm going to call it now just in case it happens. The gemstone version. Because when we get that card, suddenly the live stream will die and something goes wrong and I'm just never seen and heard of again. Actually, I don't know what that one's going for. 20K? 10K? Oh, you do got the iBut? Because people I know do not have it, Magdalia. They don't have it on their iPhones. Jason, Freddy, Leatherface, Pinhead. Hey, I'd be okay with that. Me and my friends back in the day used to have arguments over who would win. Do you remember the one? It was the Phantaser? Phantomazer? It was a little ball with the metal spike that would come out, and he would shrink people down. I remember that as a kid. Or The First Power. Do you remember the movie The First Power? From the, I guess it's early 1990s? That was pretty good, too. Oh, Tug's like, shut up. Take my money. Phantasm. That's the one. Phantasm. Thank you, Christopher. I remember that one so well. It was a, okay, just for anyone who's watching right now, I don't watch horror movies anymore at all. I need happy endings in my life, so I don't watch any horror. But back in the day, boy, did I watch a lot of the OG original stuff, I'll tell you that. All right, Tug, let's get you on there, boy. Let's get Tug. All right, Tug, we got you on. We're going to spin that wheel and going to make you feel, man. Slasher Secret Lairs. You know what? Like, come on. Chucky, right? Like an Alien Earth happy ending. I don't consider that horror. Just so you know, Tug, that isn't horror to me. That's like suspense. Ah! Ah! We're spinning for Tug, and Tug's going around. We're going to find out what Tug gets. Now, we have a lot to talk about today, too, by the way. Since we missed last week. Okay, we get the shout out to the Tuginator, because he is the GOAT of all things great and good. We must remember to always remember that Tug is awesome. It's just the way it is. And Jordy says, boom, baby, spin that wheel. Instead of soon the wheel, Jordy meant to say spin. I get ya, Jordy. I get ya. All right, Jordy. I'm on this, man. I'm on this. Boom! Oh, Jordy's feeling the love, too. He's like, spin that wheel and let me see what it comes up. Hey, we got a pack in the box. What pack is going in the box tonight? It is Zendikar Rising. It's going in the box. Ooh, that's a full box. That's all I can tell you. That's a pretty full box. I like it. I like it. No, what? No, it's not really horror. My bird pulled a Soul Stone and Gwen Venom, Peter Parker, in his previous kit. That's pretty good. I opened 3 Phantasm with this. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Mikey, right? Yeah, right? I remember that. Hey, Ray, what's up, buddy? So, first let's cover what happened on the reserve list. Now, overall sales were up again this week. But if you guys recall, I did that video earlier in the week saying, do not buy Willow Priestess or Fairy Noble. There's no reason to buy them. Okay, there are so many out there. To actually put a dent in that market, you would have to buy thousands. And we know how hard they are to get. After you get about past 600-700 in a year, any reserve list card gets very difficult to find, as well as older cards. I've got the consensus on a whole bunch of stats I've been taking for the Bog Rat thing, and it becomes steadily more difficult to find new stock to buy as you fill it out. So as you take these cards, yes, you'll cause a card spike, but there's nothing that's going to keep that price high. Yeah, there you go. Burning's like mono green fairy hype. And the problem is there is no mono green fairy deck. It just doesn't exist the way we'd like it to, right? So because of that, you would need so many more things created to make that actually become a real thing for either of those cards. And they're not bad cards on their own. As I said in the video, you know, Willow Priestess, she's going to work with some crazy stuff. Changeling, shapeshifters. She can make things work. I got no problem with that. I'm just saying the overall appeal of the card isn't going to make it spike to 10, 20, 30 bucks. We need a lot more action and a lot more steady action to make that happen, to make enough commander decks use that deck and use those cards to make them dry up in the secondary market. Just doesn't seem possible right now. Sailor Bobby says, I want that box. I got you, man. And you're on the list tonight. I know you're on the list tonight. I saw your name a couple times. Yeah, I remember your name. I remember. My Spider-Man packs, I opened 3 collector boosters. And I think that was like $180. But I wanted to open some for myself, and I put my stuff on my Instagram. The first one I think had the Parallel Lives. I had some decent cards. Do I still have them here? Hold on. Let me get Sailor Bobby on here. I think I have my cards here. All right, Sailor Bobby, hold on. All right, Sailor Bobby, let's find out what's cooking tonight. Boom! We're going to spin it! Oh, yeah, it's spinning. It's spinning. It's spinning. Oh, you get a timeout. Congratulations. That's like the best thing you can possibly get here. I mean, that's pretty good. You get to go in a timeout for 5 minutes. Bobby, that doesn't happen very often. Hold on. I think I have my cards in here. Hold on. For when I opened them last week? No? Oh, come on. I'm sure. Hold on. Not there. Hold on. Seriously? What did I do with them? Oh, it's killing me now. It's killing me thinking about what did I do with them. Anyway, I got Parallel Lives in the first pack. I got the Spectacular Spider-Man, Eddie Brock, I think, in the third pack. So it wasn't bad. My packs were not horrible is my reason. Like, it's not bad. No, Burning, that Furby one, I'm telling you, man, it's nightmare fuel. That's all I'm going to say. I didn't open any Spider-Man. I just bought the Miles Morales, Peter Parker, and Eddie Brock comic variants. They are so awesome. I agree. And I couldn't believe how strong the Spider-Man sales were on the weekend. And actually, to be honest, guys, they continued to grow. They went beyond what I thought they were going to do. We are way past, like, the sales listings I got on Saturday, I couldn't carry into Sunday, of course. I don't go that far. But if I looked, that means we are going to see... Next to my head? I mean these? No. This is from the Shard Bugs. The Shard Bugs! That guy was so nice, man. Lewis was so awesome. I didn't see here. 2 collector boxes. And I'm wait, hey, J.A. Sooner, I get it, man. A lot of people. That's the Deadpool head. Oh, here? Hey! You're right! See? I try to keep my stuff safe. Alright, hold on. I'll show you my 3 packs. Hold on. I'll flip this over so you guys can see it. Do we have a view? Let's make sure we got a view. Can people see? I need somebody to say we see. Can people see this? I'm waiting for confirmation. I ain't doing that. All right. Thank you very much, Kurt. At least somebody answered tonight. Okay. We got the Friendly Neighborhood. I mean, the lands are kind of cool. I'm not going to say they're not. Spider Bite, Web Warden. Pictures of Spider-Man. Lila, the holographic assistant. No thank you, by the way. No. The Spots Portal. The Taxi Driver. Don't really... I mean, come on, man. The Steel Wrecking Ball. I kind of like this from the Wrecking Crew. Remember back in like the 90s? Shock. I actually like this one for some reason. Just kind of hits home. Risky Research. Surveil 2. Sure, why not? Web Up. Don't care. The Robot looks kind of cool. A Villainous Wrath. I mean, again, don't mind the artwork at all. Then we got the Devourer of Spiders. The Strength of Will. Interdimensional Web Watch. The Beautiful Plains. Green Goblin Revenant. Sure. Scorpion, the Seething Striker. I mean, got that touch and stuff, just not big enough. Costume Closet. Madame Web, the Clairvoyant. Look at the top card of your library. It's not the worst, but she should cost she should be 4. That's what she should cost. She would have been a lot better received. I don't care about the university. Don't care about that taxi driver. We got Doc Ock, the Sinister Scientist. Daily Bugle Reports. Okay, the Venom Unleashed. I like the artwork on it, okay? I'm serious. Some of the art is just cool to me. All right, Silk Guard. Again, I like the artwork. Not really big on... Ah! No! I guess that's lightly played. Although I do like it. This is that Path to Exile. I do like the look of that one. And then we got Carnage, the Crimson Chaos. That had a lot of sales. There it is. The Parallel Lives, I think was the best card I got. Very cool. And then, of course, Eddie Brock. Right? Very awesome. Spectacular Spider-Man. Radioactive Spider. Origin of Spider-Man. The Jackal. And then, Daily Bugle and stuff. Nothing else crazy. But I thought it was pretty good. Pretty good, man. I think I did fairly well. And good eyeball for that, Schmitty. Because I wondered where I put it. I'm like, I had it. It was here. What did I do with it? There we go. I'm going to pop back up here. We'll see what people have been saying as I flip that over. Okay. I'm blind. I don't see. Right? Like, some of those things I think are kind of cool. Don't get me wrong. But the way the prices have fallen is very good for anyone trying to get in and buy this stuff. I'm just saying it has a real appeal to people seeing things that cheap. Now, I'll be honest, guys. I don't want to jack everyone up and waste the whole night just talking about one thing. We got to open this box tonight. So we're going to jump over to the wheel today. We're going to jump ahead. Now, as you guys know, I will shuffle the wheel 3 times. Everyone's name who is on there are people who have donated to the channel, and the amount of times you're on there is how many times you hit that bonus spot. Now, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. It's going to be opened and shipped to wherever you are. If you're the winner tonight and you're not here, I will send you like a message because you should have emailed me saying who you are. If it's Mini-Mox who wins, because he's on one time, right? If he's Mini-Mox who wins, he's going to have like a breakdown, especially if he gets something cool. I just want to get like a cool soul stone. I want to open it up, man. So let's check this out. So, hey, Rich, what's up, buddy? All right, man. All right, let's jump over here. Now, I got to go right to the very top, and we should see the window capture. Do people see the window capture? We're going to let me know if we see the window capture. Right? You guys let me know when you see it. All right, thank you very much, Kurt. Thank you, Jimmy. All right, guys. We are going to go ahead here. I will shuffle it 3 times, as I said. Shuffle once. Shuffle twice. And shuffle 3 times. Now, we are going to spin it. And good luck to whoever wins. I mean, it's going to be awesome either way. And we all going to see what gets opened. But there's only one winner here. So, ready, set, good luck! Here we go, man. Oh, boy. I always get jittery with this stuff. Remember when we did the Final Fantasy? That was so... Oh! It's gonna be... It's Tug! Tug, congratulations, bro! All right, so Tug, you're the winner, man. Winner, chicken dinner. All right, hold on. So, Tug, we're going to open this bad boy now. So get ready, okay, Tug? Get ready, buddy. All right, here we go. We're going to open this box up. We're going to go down here to there. I'm going to disappear for a second here. Can we all see the Spider-Man box? I'm waiting for one person to say we can see it. Soul Stoner bust. I know, Jimmy. I know, buddy. Can you guys see it? Chim, what's up, buddy? Okay, thank you, Ray. Okay, guys, so first thing here is the Spider Sense. I'm just going to... That was the promo card. I'm just going to stick that over here where you guys can't see it. I poked a hole in the corner so I can rip this thing open easier. I know how hard these packs are to open. All right. Okay. I'm going to make a mess. Whew. Now, last time we got that Surge foil. Remember that? And we also got the other one for White Squirrel. So let's see how... Oh, actually, I guess I just leave it to the side. It's not even on the screen. All right. 12 packs of glory. Soul Stoner bust is what people say. Here we go. Pack number 1. Imagine it's the first pack. I would have a meltdown. All right. Because I want that full art gemstone one. But I know now, since it's so rare and hard to get, it's not going to happen. All right. We got the Bombardment. You guys have seen most of these cards. So I'm just going to kind of glance over most of these. Commons. Then we got the uncommons. Living Brain. Cool Lands. Go back to the common. All right, we got Black Cat, the Cunning Thief. Rocket-powered Goblin Glider. Hey, we got Doc Ock, the Evil Inventor. We got the Unexpected Windfall. You just hit the jackpot. Hey, we'll put those over there. And then we got Agent Venom, which, man, did this thing... Oh, and then there's the robot. Okay. That Agent Venom sold like a lot of copies, man. Holy. Oh, come on. What's going on here? Packs are like... Have you noticed like some of these packs are impossible to open? What's this black stuff? Oh, it's from the pen. Tug, we're making a mess here, bro. All right. We got the Illusion Villain. Mysterio. Oh, wait. That just goes this way. Sorry. All right. We got more commons here. We got the reporters. Hey, we got the scientist. Tombstone. Remember Tombstone? It's actually not bad art. Hey, it's Aunt May! Hello, Aunt May. Grendel. Web shooters. Okay, you guys ready? Here we go, baby. Mary Jane Watson. All right. The Death of Gwen Stacy. Interdimensional Web Watch. Oh, okay, that does... Okay. Friendly Neighborhood. Okay, that is pretty amazing artwork. I'll talk about that after, but man, I gotta be honest. That just looks really cool. I can't believe how much the value got killed on these boxes, but man, some of that art is just gorgeous. All right, Craven's Cats, that's funny. And we got the Pumpkin Bombardment, the Enforcers, Venom's Hunger, because he's a hungry guy. We got Grendel again. See, that's the thing about a small set. You get a lot of repetition. The Vigilant. Okay, we got the Web Warriors. Kind of reminds me of the Deadpool clan, doesn't it? It's an uncommon, too. Okay, here we go. Spider-Man, Peter Parker. All right. Then we got Silk Web Weaver. I don't know why these things keep moving. Peter Parker's camera. Oh, Terminate. All right. Again, very cool artwork. Goes over there. These ones are really slippery. Now, the Iron Spider did a lot, too. Oh, that's cool. The Iron Spider had, like, pretty good sales. It's not a bad card. All right, we got a Human Citizen. Tug. That's the thing, guys. Does this feel... As I'm opening this, I'm excited, don't get me wrong, but I'm expecting, like, every pack to, like, not be good enough. After seeing so many box openings, you're like, come on, man. We got the Wrecking Ball, the Quicksand, the Chameleon. Then we got Rhino's Rampage, the Raging Goblinoids. We got the Planes. The Planes. Agent Venom again. All right. Oh, wait, that goes there. Sandman, the Shifting Scoundrel. Not the worst card, that's for sure. Arena, Heart of a Hero. Oh, sorry. That goes there. Then we got Knuppets, the Doc guy. And then we got the Clone Saga. Hey, the Clone Saga is a pretty good card. I don't know. That goes there, and this goes here? Sure. Sure it does. All right. Next! Oh, we know we had the Spider. Taxi Driver. Grow some extra arms. The Hunger. I'm skipping all this now. We're skipping through this. Those ones just, because we've seen them so many times. We got the Swamp. I like the Swamp. Spot. Living Portal. All right. You know what? Again, I kind of like this one. Can't help it. Then we've got Mysterio. Master of Illusion. Cost too much. Doc Ock. Again, cost too much. Not the worst card, just cost too much. Terminate again in foil. And then the Cheering Crowd. Okay, we're halfway through the box. We have no Soulstone, no Gwen Stacy, no Eddie Brock. But here's the thing. It really comes down to, you gotta have a Soulstone. You guys know it's true. You gotta get that Soulstone. We got the Rendezvous. I'm gonna make a separate pile here for these ones. The Hot Dog Cart. The Professional Wrestler. The Rhino, sure. I mean, he's not powerful enough for me. Shrieker. Identity. School Days. That's funny. All right. Cosmic Spider-Man. I kind of like this card too. I'm cool with that. I know it's not an expensive card, but I like the idea of it. The Stark Upgrade again. Sure. Hey, Spider-Punk. Okay. This is one people talked about. I love this card. Other spiders you control have Riot. Spells and abilities can't be countered, and damage can't be prevented. Spider is good. And then we got, of course, Thrill the Possibility. And then we got Silk. So, Spider-Punk is awesome. I don't think I saw much of that pig guy either. Right? The pig Spider-Man. Alright, uncommon. Hey, Spider-Man Noir! I mean, it does look kind of cool. Strength of Will. Psionic Weaver. Villainous Wrath. Hey, Silk Guard, just like me, Tug. Oh, Multiversal Passage. Oh, that's a cool one. Just like a comic book thing. The Multiversal Passage. That is pretty awesome. Sorry, Silk goes there. Multiversal Passage goes there. I get it. I'm slow out the door. And still, no stone. Come on, man. feel like we're ripping Tug off right now. We're missing out on what you really need, Tug. Oscorp Industries. Okay. Not the worst. I'll be honest. Not the worst lands. Craven's Hunt, sure. Norman Osborn, okay. Spider-Gwen Web Warrior. The Hydro Man. And do we not get a... Oh, I guess... Is that the one that's supposed to go here? Ah, man. We've only got like 4 packs left, guys. Come on, we gotta get this for Tug. We gotta pull this together, people. Come on. We know it only takes 1 pack to make it happen. Let's make this, Tug. I'm calling that, buddy. We're gonna get something spectacular. The spectacular Spider-Man is gonna happen. I just feel it. I feel it in my bones. Okay, we got Lizards, Common Curse. We got the Spider Sense. We got the sensational Spider-Man. Infernal Grasp, full art. I do like the look of it. Radioactive Spider. I've seen way too many of those. I think I got 3. Right? Where you're like, come on, man. Come on. Oh. I'm telling you, these packs are like... The glue is meant to stay, is all I'm going to say. Alright. The Spider Suit. Vulture! Remember Vulture? Man, the making cost a lot for an old guy. Heroes Hangout. Okay. Okay. With great power comes great responsibility, Tug. Hydro. Spider-Verse. I love that. The legend rule doesn't apply to spiders. Remember that later. Rest in peace. Sonic Warrior. And hey, we got a Gwen Stacy card with a really bad... Do you see that? Hold on, hold on. Do you see that right there? It's a perfectly even indent. All right, 2 packs left. Can we get a Soul Stone? Tug, man. Some great cards here. A lot of fun. We got no Soul Stone, bro. I mean, unless we get some amazing card, this box can't even break even, I don't think. But you guys will tell me. You guys will let me know. Hey, J. Jonah Jameson. Hiding on the Ceiling. Spot the Living Portal. Rip in Half. Saw in Half, sorry. The Death of Gwen Stacy. Man, there's a lot of repetition. Okay, this is it. This is the last pack. This is our last chance to get a Cosmic Soul Stone. Come on, man. We should weigh this one out. All right, here we go. Here we go. I think that was my work, by the way. All right, we got Electro. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. We got this for you, Tug. All right, Aunt May's coming back again. Molten Man, Inferno Incar. Sure. We got Spider-Mobile. We got Flash Thompson. Okay. Here's where it starts, Tug. This is it. Double trouble. I think you're in trouble. Another multiversal passage. Lady Octopus Inspired Inventor. Mindbreak Trap. I mean, that's a good card. Don't get me wrong. This is it. Ready? This is it. Behold the Sinister Six! Man! All right, let's talk about what has happened to Tug. Let's get on with this, people. Let's move this along, because that is not what I expected. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking at that box, and it looks like a F to me. A failure. I don't think we got nearly enough value out of that box. I mean, the multiversal passages, sure, 20, 30 bucks in total. Some other cards will be $10, $15. Man, Tug. Jess, I don't think the whole set's lame. I just think when you're spending that kind of money, you are really hoping to hit something big, and when you don't hit it, it hurts. It's like, ouch. All right, let me just get these put aside here for you, Tug. There. I'll put a few dud cards in front. Hold on. What happened here? Hold on, hold on. Gotta make sure it's even in here. Slippery. All right. Hold on. So when you think that box, when I bought it, was what was that, $7.99 or $6.99? I have to look. Where's the thing for Tug? I gotta put something here. I'll look at it after. I know who won. All right. Let me just get this unplugged. But still, an amazing thing to open up as a set. Don't get me wrong. But you know you have to hit it big, or it's just like thud, and it hurts. And it hurts so bad. Hold on. I gotta pick up all this trash so I don't get in trouble later. There's a lot of trash here. Stay. I'll put it right here. That way it doesn't make too much of a mess later. All right, what we get there? Okay, congrats, Tugs, on your shiny cardboard. I opened a play box in a CB and pulled a regular and foil soulstone. I don't want to push my luck. Chim, I get you, man. And it does look like it's harder to pull. From the stats I have, guys, which I haven't put in a video, I'll do it at some later date. But from what I've got so far, I know that the actual number seems to be about 1 in 3 boxes for the soulstone being in a play booster box. And for collector boxes, my data is far from accurate, but it looks like 1 in 2. So it's not as often as people think, although there's a lot out there right now. So as the price falls, I'm kind of like, might be something to think about. Oh, you sure, buddy? You sure you want any of those cards shipped to you, Tug? Because he'll be pretty happy to have so many Spider-Man cards. I won't lie. I could have bought the Esper Blink Modern deck for that price. There you go. Back in the day, I bought a bunch of Scourge. After tax, it was $95. I know, man. Okay, I will go give them to him now. Okay. He is here, right? Yeah, he's doing homework. I'll be right back. We're going to give my kids some Spider-Man.
Thank you, Tug, for the box, man. I really appreciate it. And you're the GOAT, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
That's what he gets. I made him come say thank you. Kids nowadays, man. He's so happy. He's looking at them right now. He's going, and then he goes, just put them upstairs. I'll look after. Something happened. He says you're welcome. Tug, you're a good guy, buddy. He would not normally get stuff like that. Schmitty, hey. He works. Tug is the man of myth. He is the legend. He's the GOAT. Never forget it. Yeah, exactly, Daniel. I returned from exile. Although I'm feeling kind of like sore in the throat. I should have brought some hulls or something. Trip. I got to put Trip on here. All right, Trip. Where are we here? Where's? Wait. Oh, there it is. Pen's the wrong place. Yeah, you know what? This is. People wonder why Tug's the GOAT. This is why. Let's go with Trip. All right, we have a 4-way tie tonight. Here we go. Boom! We're spinning it. Ask a question. All right. Trip, you can only pick 3 things to put on pizza. What 3 things are you putting? But let's, as Trip answers that question, let's jump back here for a second. I've pushed him pretty hard not to be lazy. He still has lazy moments. Every kid does. He's a teenager. Most of you guys who've been on the channel, though, have known him since he was, what? 5 years, since he was like 8, 9, when I started the channel. So most of you guys have probably heard him off and on little bits, right? He's just, he's a good kid. He just, some days he drives me insane. Does that make sense? Like, I just want to kill him at times, right? When he doesn't do well enough or try hard enough on a test. Now, I realize not everything is tests, but I'm just saying. Personal life things, right? All right, Trip, let's get you in there. Tug, I got you down there for the mini-mox. Oh, we got to put that at we're at 12:10. And Tug is like, hey, let's push that a little further for getting mini-mox his own mox. We'll get a Black Lotus in there sooner rather than later. Trip! We're spinning it for Trip! Exactly, Daniel. I can take it. Hey, it's a shout out for Trip for being so awesome. Awesome. You guys know it's true. I mean, Nathan, it is insane to see how many secret layers they announced, okay? There are so many that when people were posting up in the Discord, I had trouble just keeping up because I was at work, right? And I haven't had a lot of time this weekend, so I still have to go over them. I looked at the Jaws, the Iron Maiden, right? The Furby one freaked me out. Like, there's a lot of upcoming stuff. And the sets they announced, it seems to me like there's almost more Universes Beyond than in-house IP, though. And I wonder how they feel about that now, knowing that their in-house IP, stuff like Edge of Eternities, of course, Tarkir Dragonstorm, those did a lot better than they probably expected. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play that out. But yeah, there were so many secret layers, it was just nutty. Nutty to see them all play out. Blew my mind, man. And yeah, as far as it, by the way, the Disney dad thing, I know a lot of people have like made comments about that on YouTube. I've seen the what do they call it, the subreddit groups and stuff like that. And it's fine, man. There's worse things to be called. I just sit there and go, eh. But he's definitely at the age where he doesn't want me like hanging out. He'll hang out with me privately, but nothing to do with like high school friends. He's like, you can drop me off the corner. I'll walk this bit to get to basketball practice. And he's not that tall, by the way. Although I think he's ahead of me now. Anyone use this squishful thinking leaked advanced order link? Oh. I haven't. Hold on. Over there. Hold on, Chim. It's crazy to me. So many secret layers. Like, whew. And the thing is, look, the Marvel X-Men Daily Bugle, all those ones are still available. Ah. Oh, look. Ghostbusters is finally in low stock. There's so much of that art that I don't like. I still say secret layers to me is very subjective. There's just things I like and things I don't. And it's that simple. I like it or I don't. Right? I look at this stuff. Here's going to be cheap hours. I look at it and say a secret layer, it appeals to me or it doesn't. And so many don't appeal to me enough to make me want to buy them. And there's some I buy just because I have to. I can't help it. I say, oh, I'll call my buddy and be sitting there going, dude, you got to get the so-and-so secret layer, like the Princess Bride. I got to have that one, bro. There's certain ones I have to have. Evil Dead. I got the multiple versions of the Evil Dead. And I think that house is worth a lot of money. The cabin, which is the, what is that one from the Dead? Field of the Dead? And there's one of them that's like a lot of money. I'm not selling because I want to keep them. But certain ones you're like, yep, some of these things are pretty crazy. Yeah, Tug, it's 12:10. He's at 12:10 now. Let's go slightly off script tonight. Slightly. Because I know my wife's not watching tonight. She's busy doing stuff. There's no way Mini-Mox is watching. He's doing his French homework. So, just, it's a Moxman story. So you're going to take this for what you will. But this is a real-life problem. And I would like the 50-odd people here to give me a real-life solution. every 2 weeks, I go shopping for the mother-in-law. She's an older lady. She can't really get around. So we shop for her. Okay? Like, we use her debit card, but we go shopping. So, we have to go all the way across town, which takes like an hour and 20 minutes one way to get there. Then it takes an hour and 20, hour 30 to shop. And then you have to unpack it, right? Put it all on her shelves and stuff. And she has 2 grown men kids. One who's 52 and one who's like 45, living in the house. One drives, one doesn't. And yeah, they kind of help bring the groceries in. But I just sit there and go, if I did all the driving, shouldn't you do all the unpacking? Shouldn't you bring the cases of water and all the pop and stuff that you wanted? Why am I bringing it all the way into the house downstairs and packing it? Why is Mrs. Mox? Can't you guys do like the bare minimum to help out around the house? There's like a whole thing going on. I try to stay out of it now, but in the younger days it was really hard. Now that I'm older, I'm like, hey, my wife will just do what she's going to do. But I should just I want to drag these guys out and make them go shopping. And so they can see how much these groceries cost. Because when you tell them, they don't quite get it. They don't understand how much this stuff costs. Now, again, I'm not paying, I get that. But when you say, oh, it's just stuff that my mom needs, I'm like, your mom doesn't need $700 in groceries every 2 weeks. She's 80. She doesn't need them. Okay? I don't know anybody's grocery bill for a single person who's $800 every 2 weeks. That's insane. But a happy wife, happy life. I always do my part. Don't get me wrong. I do repairs around their house as needed. I did some concrete work a few years back when, the road, like their sidewalk thing. I don't mind helping out. I don't mind learning and YouTubing and figuring things out. But these two sometimes, and I love them. They're brother-in-laws. They're great. But sometimes they drive me insane. And this is one of those days today where I'm just like, because I wanted to get home to just chill out for a little bit. Anyway, let's see what comes up. Somebody came upstairs. That's right, Schmitty, they should be. No, Daniel, one a little bit, but could still hold a job. The other one makes more than I do. Just lazy and lives with mom. Drives, has a great job, makes more per hour than I do by a long shot. Unionized. There you go. See, Daniel, $300, right? Mrs. Mox Mrs. Mox won't allow that. Just one of those days, Burning. It's one of those days, bro. Right? Kurt, same thing. I had a fight with my parents. I moved out at 16. They signed some form saying I could come and go to high school as I pleased. I had my own apartment, and I worked 3 jobs to at nights and weekends to pay for the apartment, which I admit apartments were cheap back then. I think it was like $250 a month, right? But when you're only making $5.35 an hour, it wasn't a big paycheck back then. But yes, I moved out young too. Nice. Jess. Andrew, they're the opposite of me. They're the opposite of me for sure. Hey, Yoko, we're feeling it, man. Oh, yeah, Daniel, same thing. I started working, I was like, hey, what's up? Historian, where? Okay, was there a live stream this weekend? I didn't see him, bro. What's going on? Because I'm kind of missing my thing. Oh, Derek, respect, man. And Tug, after the army? Yeah, man. I didn't do the army thing. I went straight into school. I started working at 13. Oh, there you go. Oh, calves down when they got gelded. Oh, my goodness. I remember doing bean picking one summer. That was brutal. You got paid like $2.50 per bushel thing, and you learned quick how to get ahead of it because it was so hot. Oh, okay. I wonder why I didn't see it last night, because I was on looking. Worked at Sonic Drive-In? Yeah, man. 2001. We're going back in the day. Now. Oh, there you go. There you go, Tug. I'll jump over here and also talk about what just happened with Spider-Man, because it is interesting to see how the prices shifted as soon as we started seeing what was happening. The box prices dropped like a stone, okay? The Marvel Spider-Man collector boxes are everywhere and readily in stock. Prices are holding in around, like in Canada, they're around like $800 a box, but the sales have basically dropped to nothing, as I talked about last week. There's nothing really moving. People are asking, are they going to drop their prices further? And I know stores paid around $5.30 to $5.75 per box. So they actually still have a little wiggle room. So, pardon me, there's a chance the boxes could actually go down by another $100. Probably 50 is more likely in Canada, but there's a chance they're going to drop down further. Very interesting stuff. I was surprised to see how little moved on Saturday. Saturday is usually the pickup day after the actual release, and the amount of products that moved for Spider-Man were low, but the singles market for Spider-Man was brisk, baby. It had tons of sales, tons of cards moving. I mean, if you looked at the top 10 video, I was really surprised to see how this played out in the long run of that week, where we saw things go, okay, we're at, boxes are being opened last week at the pre-release weekend. People started seeing how the boxes panned out. Orders got canceled. People were starting to freak out a bit. Play booster box prices dropped. Everything kind of settled. And then you had the actual release weekend. And since then, we hear nothing, we see nothing, and nothing's going on. It is crazy to me. It's very surprising. I opened a collector box last night, pulled 024 Spider-Man. Hey, and a Soulstone! Jamie, we just opened a box here on the channel. We basically got nothing. We didn't get Eddie Brock, no Gwen Stacy. We got Spider-Punk, who looked pretty awesome. And we got a couple of the multiversal passages and stuff, but nothing crazy. Like, it's just nothing insane. Yeah, I think so. Yoko, I think it's going to happen. There's a lot of big fish out there who can afford to sit on this stuff for decades if they have to. And we don't know how some of these cards will play out in the long run of synergy for Wizards of the Coast. We don't know what they have planned. And you never really know until they do it. So cards like Multiversal Passage, I will pick those up as they drop in price for sure. Hey, Daniel, I get it, buddy. No, Tuggy's got to finish his homework. I said he could open and look through all the cards when he's done his homework. So sometime after the live stream. I stuck them up there for now. I said, you can't, buddy. He's like, oh, but I want to see. I said, not right now. They're here. You went and said thank you. Go say thank you. Go say thank you to Tug like you should. Be respectful. And then it's like, get back to your homework. It's so bad. Oh, Daniel, nice, buddy. Oh, see that? Okay, Daniel. This is something I've heard a lot of in the last couple of years is I sold my collection. You never sell. You just hold on, man. Put it in a box. Come back to it later. As the person who is the prime example of what happens when you don't sell your cards. A lot of my friends did. I did sell a couple of my Black Lotuses. I sold some power cards back in the day to pay rent. But I kept the majority of my collection. I kind of forgot about it. And then it was right around Lorwyn. Future Sight. No, it was Lorwyn. Because it was first Planeswalkers. I saw them playing Magic at work. And I said, I have these old cards. They go, you have these? I said, no, older. Like old stuff. Like back in the day. And they go, bring your deck. You have decks? I said, yeah, I got decks. And I brought my decks. And as soon as I laid out the first couple of cards, they didn't want to play. Because they knew what they were. And they're like, we can't beat that. There's nothing we can do. You just did Time Walk. 4. What is that? What is that? And I was like, that's what I have. They're like, no, dude, you can't play that stuff. So we had to do like team games where it was like 6 of them against me just to make it work. It was funny. It was because I didn't know. And then when they saw one of my binders, I thought trading, and I go, well, how much is that like Black Lotus worth now? And they're like, you have more than one? And then they start looking through and they see, especially collector edition stuff. I had a lot, right? It's funny. It's funny. And that's why you don't get rid of your stuff. You just sit it in a corner if you don't want to play anymore. Sit your cards in a corner. Pretend they don't exist. You've already spent the money on them, so you don't have to worry about it. I'm glad I did. Like, I have friends who had to collect all their dual lands and stuff again. I didn't. I had all of mine. I had my Savannah deck, which was all kinds of like Savannah Lions, Holy Strengths, Unholy. I had my Banding deck still. I had my Thallid deck. That stuff was great. Never sell, baby. Never sell. It's good. I played back in 98 and sold my collection in the early 2000s to help pay... wedding, yep. Okay, Tug, I've had that too. I've had friends where if we're playing friend matches, we'll take certain cards and say they're not being played. But at the other time, we played against some guys who were really mean. They did this like painter, servant, grindstone stuff that we hadn't seen because we were playing old school cards. So we busted out our good decks like Time Vault and stuff like that. Voltaic Key. We played the heavy stuff, right? Where it's like, if you don't stop me in the first turn, you know the game's over. But how? Oh, don't worry. The game will be over. It gets you so mad. I hadn't seen Grindstone and Painter Servant, right? And you're like, no! Hey, you know what? Scott, pick up the ones you like. Pick up ones you think you're going to enjoy playing with. Or, again, if you're speculating, go for land cards. Go for the Winding Canyons and stuff. Because those have a lot of long-term health and life. And they do spike up often. Way more than they should. But there's just too many cool cards coming down the pipeline. And again, it's going to happen soon. Some of these cards are going to spike up next year for sure. No, and then Jimmy's like, they shouldn't shuffle that. Mine were in penny sleeves by that point. We'd moved to the penny sleeves. I still had rubber bands on some decks, but we had penny sleeves for those. We started to realize the value. Like, Moxes were around 125 when I put all my cards away. Black Lotus was about $200. Hey, you know what? Derek, just keep loving that card. Love that card. Because if it ever gets unbanned, you're the man. You will be that guy who everyone says, you know who has the most fast bonds? Because I know that guy who has the most Moxes. I know that guy. Hold the line question. Will they go as the... Okay, Mixoplix. By the way, great seeing you again, man. You don't comment that often. Especially my videos. You used to comment all the time. What's going on, man? You a hater? I don't think so. Mixo, when it comes to your stuff about holding on, right? Will they go as high? Yes, they could go higher. Okay? It really comes down to when do people start collecting and hoarding again? And is there something that's going to spike the market on hold? Because right now we're seeing individual cards spike, not en masse. They are individual cards. And because they're individual, we see highs and lows on, like, you know, Forsaken Waste. Cards like that go up and down. Fast Bond, right? But if they unban a card like Fast Bond, it's going to shoot through the roof. If they banned a card like Mox Diamond, if they ban that in Commander, the card's going to collapse in price. It's just the way it's done. But the funny thing people always forget is the rules don't matter unless you want them to. Right? People always forget that. So as high as it goes, you have to have a lot of people getting in there to buy a lot. To go in en masse. And I'll tell you right now, the market as it stands, for stores that have these cards, they don't have tens of thousands of copies, guys. They don't exist. You'd have to go looking through backroom storage containers to start finding these cards in bulk because the stores don't have them in inventory. I've checked this numerous times. We've talked about this. They don't hold up over time. Yeah, real life mix was like real life, brother. Real life. I know. Last week? Yeah, last week was the anniversary. This week, I'm not going up north. This week, it's like the dentist. And then the next weekend after that, it's like a Thanksgiving thing on Sunday. So the live stream 2 weeks from now will be on Saturday. In Magic, like real life. Quality real estate costs. That's right, baby. After the last ban was going to be very cool. Very careful about playing ban cards going forward. Yeah, no, Jimmy, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I'm saying if they do things like this, if they unban a card in Commander, it immediately goes up in value if it's on the reserve list because it's so powerful usually, right? Same as if they banned a card, it immediately drops in price because Commander is such a big format. I think Wizards of the Coast still needs to take an alternate approach when it comes to Vintage and Legacy and expand the format. The reason they don't really want to do it, though, is it'll probably become the instant favorite format of the game because the cards would be so powerful, right? I mean, even if you look at the Soul Stone, and we'll get the other stones as well. Probably one every year by the look of it, which is so slow. That means it will take 6 years to finish the cycle. That's crazy to me, but it's a great way to keep you on the hook for stuff. So when you look at that and how powerful those cards are going to be, people won't even think about the Soul Stone 30 to 60 days from now. Okay, they're just going to kind of forget. And people in the market are just going to keep buying because there's people who are buying too many copies. That guy in California, I couldn't believe how many copies that guy grabbed. That is insane to see that much leave. When you see that much go to one person, you're like, what is going on? That is so much. Guys, we're talking, what was that, 399? It was insane how much money went. But if you look at Soulstone now, if I go on TCG Player, it's already down to like $70. Some went into the 60s. But if I look here in Toronto, right, if you try to buy the Soulstone here in Toronto, good luck. They don't have any as far as I know, unless they got more in stock. No, it's sold out still. The Soulstone is still sold out across Toronto. So you have to go looking at other places like TCG Player. It's really funny to see that you have to go to a global market to fill it. Hey, free Nadu! I agree, Big Mike. I agree. Another card. Hey, you know what? Daniel, I never thought that Oko should have been banned. And even Storytime, Once Upon a Time, never should have been banned. They made the problem. They should deal with it. That's how I feel. All right, Big Mike, let's get this in here. Where am I? Where am I? Pen. Big Mike. $12.13, man. We are moving on up. I'm not a big guy on banning things. I like to see how things play out, and I like Wizards to actually do a little more R&D and research to see how the cards will interact. Will Tolarian Academy get unbanned? Ray, I think it should be unbanned because it's only one of 99 cards. There's Strip Mine. There's all kinds of cards that can deal with Tolarian. Okay, I personally don't believe it should be banned. Same as I don't think Fastbond should be banned. But when I look at the card, I understand. When you look at all the clues and all the tokens and all the treasures, it could get nutty. And I want to see it happen. Ulysses Woods, you were in one of my streams. Well, I'm glad you're back, buddy. I do remember the name Ulysses. So that would make sense. Your name is unique enough that I remember it. Corey Steele. Oh my god. I actually haven't seen Corey Steele inside of any standard matchups I've been playing lately. Okay. Star Trek. Oh, there we go. Reprint Armageddon. Ray, bring it on, bro. That guy, I told you, right, when I played it in a Commander deck. I had a land destruction deck. And this pod had never played with me. I had never played with them. And I said, is there any rules of the table? And they said, no. I said, okay. So I pulled out this, like, workable copy, and it was horrible. That I was horrible. Because I didn't know. I was younger at Commander. Now, as far as it goes for Star Trek, okay? I'm big on Star Trek. I remember The Next Generation very well. And I watched every episode right till the show ended. I remember Deep Space Nine. Loved it. I didn't watch Voyager and a lot of the other ones that came later on. I admit that I've missed a lot. But I can look at this and say to myself, it's a space set. It's going to fit like a Spiderman thing. But I think if you add in kind of like an Edge of Eternity's feel to some of this stuff, it just make the characters a little more generic. It could go. Like, who doesn't want to see the Borg, man? Come on. You'll be assimilated. I love the idea of some of that stuff. So I'm kind of psyched up to see what they do. Photon torpedoes. I mean, it's going to be a piece of equipment, right? Yeah, Ulysses. They've had a few TV shows. Even that Picard one, I've never seen it. So I'm all for Star Trek. Okay? I'm actually for a lot of Universe Beyonds, just because I think it brings in bigger audiences and a bigger showing. And I'm cool with that. I have seen new players come strictly because of things like Bloomborough, Final Fantasy. There's like new players who've come in, and these guys, they have gone from just playing Final Fantasy, where they're now in Edge of Eternities, and they've jumped over, and they've started picking up Spiderman. They're buying everything. So Wizards did it right. I may not agree with the method in which they did it or the price tags attached, but they did get new players. White Squirrel MOXMAN and crew joining after the Bears game. The Bears. Congrats to Tug. Yeah, man. White Squirrel, me too, bro. I'm pretty psyched. All right, let's get White Squirrel on there, baby. Let's get the squirrel. He wants to see a white squirrel in Modern Horizons 4. Do you notice, by the way, we have no Master Series sets announced still? I want you to think about that. When you don't see a Master Series set after a couple of years, it's not that they abandoned it. They're letting all these new cards come in from all these new sets, including Universes Beyond, and they're letting them all marinate to see which ones come out on top. And when they come out on top and the prices start to rise, that's when they'll hit us with a Master Series reprint set. Boom from White Squirrel! White Squirrel! Oh! Nothing. I'm sorry, White Squirrel. It says nothing. It's not really what I thought was going to happen, but just saying. Hey, Will, so many of my friends are talking, because a lot of friends I have, we've all been around forever, okay? But there's like the newer group, and those guys came around the Lorwyn block, right? Zendikar and World Wake and stuff. So, yes, Mixel, they will. Yes, they will. Because I'll talk about that in a second. Let me finish this off here. Let me finish my thoughts. New Orleans fans! Scott's like, ah! When we see... Hey, did the Jays win tonight? That's a good question, right? I don't know what I was saying. Oh, for my friends, for like Lorwyn and stuff, the thing is they've realized they don't want to overpay. Some of my friends got burned on Spider-Man. They're not complaining, and we're not teasing them, but they spent a lot of money. And it was against my better opinion. I did say kind of shy away. And they said, no, man, it's Spider-Man, bro. It's going to be awesome. And it is awesome. But just not that price tag. Kratos. Hey. Okay, Kratos does look good from that secret lair. My brother-in-law loves Kratos, right? Like, he loved the games, right? The God of War series and stuff. Even I like the look of the card. With the experience tokens, right? Yeah. Oh, they won big. Nice. That means we clinched the what do you call it? The division, right? Nice. Okay, now Mixel's question. Mixel, okay. The PlayStation Secret Lairs are good. They do look nice, but I'm not going to buy a single one of them. I may pick up the singles later if I need them. Mixel, when you look at the old boxes, a lot of these boxes have already appreciated, right? Even things like Avacyn. I paid $134. It's what? $400 or $500 a box? Like, they have appreciated value. Final Fantasy, I paid, what, $100? And that's now, what, $500 probably still? Ice Age, Mirrored and Besieged, Shards of Alara. Like, these are older boxes now. I can go up here and probably point out a few. We can go over to, like, Urza's Destiny, and I think I got Scourge down there and stuff, right? Like, they're still going... They have an audience. They have a fan base. They have history. And there are still YouTubers out there who crack these packs. Okay? So, what's happening is those packs get opened, and they eventually you have to open a new box because those packs run out, and you have to keep doing it until there's nothing left or nothing available for you to buy. And that's very interesting because that means the price goes up when people decide. And if there's another big buyout, that's another big shift. But the audience for those boxes is smaller than it used to be. It just is, and there's nothing wrong with that. The audience has shrunk, but so is the available stock of the product. How many players have I met in the last year who have never seen some of the older cards? We had that kid. He was like, what, 20? He'd never seen reserveless cards. When we pulled some of our stuff out, he was like, what is that? That can't be real. You're kidding. That card exists? Right? And he had to look stuff up. And then we showed him the reserve list. Like, here, man. Here are the cards. Here are the ones you want to look at. And he's just like, oh. And they went to the store and, do you have any of these? And he had a couple, like, Winding Canyons, Lake of the Dead. He picked up some of them right away. It's like, these are going to my Commander deck. These are great. I didn't know they existed. I'm like, the more you play, the more you learn. And there's so many great cards out there. But there'll always be an audience. There just will be. But most people aren't buying sealed boxes because they're not opening them. They're just holding them, making them look pretty. And that is a very expensive hobby. Just like people who collect classical paintings or people who collect old PCs that are worth like so much money. Who keeps texting? Sorry guys, it could be a work thing. I ain't dealing with that. Oh, the Dwight Schrute card. See, I said it's not really The Office. It's just Dwight Schrute. And I do love the stapler. I like the idea of this stuff. Don't get me wrong. And I love the show. But I would have loved to have seen all the characters. You got to give me everybody. It'd be so good. In Europe, the Spider-Man collector boxes have fallen in price so much. Oh, Heliotrope, I'm not surprised. Here, we saw a lot of openings happen. We saw a lot of boxes move. But so many stores I know, especially the bigger stores, seem to have a lot in stock. I didn't check to see what Face-to-Face was at. I think they still had a lot of boxes, too. No? No? You're not going to help me out? Sealed product? Let's go with product type. Booster box, sure. Brand, how about? Really? What are we talking about? Why is it? Oh my, I hate this stuff sometimes, guys. By the way, anyone who works at Face-to-Face right now, your website is not great. It's just not. I don't think it's well put together. Do they have it? Okay, their Spider-Man collector boxes. Face-to-Face has access to 91 boxes. 91 at $8.99 a box, which means they're $100 more than 401 games. That already is bad. So they're not moving any product at all. It's too expensive. I want to see if they're going to drop that stuff down later, because that's way too high. Oh, man. Yes, you could return to Onslaught. You totally could. You could return to Scourge. You could go to Planar Chaos. We could revisit so many of our internal IPs. It'll blow your mind. Look, we're going back to Lorwyn after 10 years. We've gone back to Dominaria numerous times. Dominaria's got to get a little bit scarier, though. They got to realize how important that world is. And they're just not there yet. The packs that the tubers are opening are showing me that I should just save and buy lottery tickets and wait for the packs to appreciate and sell the lottery tickets at higher prices. Well, again, there is that thing, right, White Squirrel? Where there's only so many out there. And when some tuber goes out there and opens, you know, a big item, like a $200 pack of Urza's Destiny or something, right? And they got it from a box that had 16. Now they have 15, then 14, then 13, then 12. There's a reason why Rudy doesn't really open old boxes. I think the last time you opened like an Urza's block, I think the person had to pay like $5,000 or $6,000 to open it on the channel, right? I mean, it's awesome, but they are rare, they are expensive, they are hard to find. And not everyone can appreciate what's inside them other than, this is really expensive, and we're hoping to get XYZ cards. Like in Spider-Man, we knew we needed a Soul Stone, we were hoping for the full art of the Thanos, we were hoping for something big, and it didn't happen, right? But you're hoping. Just like that for older boxes, you were hoping for a foil card, you're hoping for some of the big ones. Yeah. Steven, I love opening the products. I think it's amazing. And I love to crack some good packs, don't get me wrong. But I understand makes a lot more common sense to buy the singles you're after. I bought a Soul Stone for $100. Canadian. It's not here yet, but it'll come. It's fine. I can look at that and say, that box didn't even have one. So I'm glad I at least have one coming for myself. I'll probably have to get Minimox one as well for his dragon deck, but the idea of it, right? You're like, whew. Maybe not as common as people think, just like Mox Amber. We got that down to 1 in 5.5 boxes. Was a Mox Amber back then. That's true, Jess. That is true. And that's why some of those whales out there, like friends of mine, who have the 6 and 7 figure incomes, can afford to open 20 or 30 boxes, right? And sell the singles back to the store, which is great. And stores do box openings too. But there is a median ground of how much you can charge based on what people open. Spider-Man has definitely put a drag on the economy of Magic a little bit right now. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it is there. And it's lingering. People are like, ooh, I got burned bad on that Spider-Man box. You'd be surprised how many emails I got. Right? Even an expensive single is still cheaper. So next year I can fire off a quantum torpedo at Spider-Man, who was casted by Mind Stone and stop with a counter spell. I'm so confused. Forget the names. It's just cards, man. I got no problem with it. Adapt or die. Okay? And I like the idea of it. I know it's crazy. It's when people, we used to joke on the channel, My Little Pony fighting off against the Masters of the Universe. Well, Dragonlance dragons fly over and assault the, whatever, Autumn Willow. I don't care. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun to play. You just got to suspend your disbelief and have your favorite characters battling it out. That's what it's all about. Picking up iconic pieces of IP to build a deck to face off against someone is what they want. You paid $61. That's got to be US though, right, Will? That's not Canadian. Michael's like, hey man, I wanted the full art Venom. I bought it and done. The only two things I really like from Spider-Man set are the Secret Lair lands and the Soul Stone. Well, a lot of people told me the Soul Stone's going to $30. It very well might go to $30. I don't think it will, but a lot of people believe it's going to go that low. And I'll tell you right now, if it drops to $30, by the time that happens, it'll be the end of the year. I'll see how my tax return comes out, because we all know I lost massive with the 30K party. I'll use those write-offs to maybe boost up a position in the Soul Stone so we can have copies here, right? So we can have copies for people on the channel if I can get them cheap enough. If they go to like 20 or $30 and I buy 10, well, that's enough for people on the channel to buy one in case they spike up. Oh, Steven, that's awesome, man. Yeah, Wiley. It's worked out well. Well, fractured reality to me, that's, if you remember, fractured reality to me, by the way, is not, it's not going to be Yawgmoth. Think about what entity can change reality. It's going to be Emrakul. Right? Fractured reality is Emrakul breaking out and probably going back to Zendikar. Right now she's in the moon. It's going to break out. That's my bet on that one. Because she's the one that alters reality around her, right? So I think so. Not just like I'm for 75 cents proxy. Nah. I like the real deal, buddy. So I think we got Emrakul coming back for the fractured reality. I wish it was Yawgmoth. I wish we got back Leshrac or some major creature. I would... Yes, Michael. Yes, you did. Ninja Turtles are coming, bro, and I'm excited. I'm sorry, man. Casey Jones. Can't help it. Anytime. Thanks, man. Thanks, Wiley. Some good stuff. Oh, no. Yoko, that's my point. Spider-Man boxes are too expensive, and they're going to move on quick. I wouldn't be surprised if Spider-Man Play Booster boxes go on sale. I wouldn't be surprised if around Christmas time stores ditch a little bit. Bigger stores. Well, Ninja Turtle I won't be able to help. Okay, math, I know. 401 had it, and it sold out so quick. I think it's too high. I think anywhere around the 375 to 400 seems about right for an in-house IP right now. But it depends on what they put in. They do have serialized cards in there. Derek's like, I have them tattooed on me, bro. If they did a Pokemon, it would bust. Everything would just be broken. Think about it. There are Pokemon fans out there, and all of a sudden they've got to buy Magic the Gathering Pokemon cards. Wizards would do the flashiest, craziest stuff. And if you guys don't forget, like, Wizards used to have the IP for Pokemon. They used to be the distribution center. Way back in the day. Patrick's like, I hate Star Trek. It's because of my name, bro. Come on, it's a great name. Yeah, that's right, Jim. That's right. I'm a non-tattoo person. I agree, Jess. I'm a non-tattoo person. Although I appreciate some really good art. Right now, in New York, you can get a Spider-Man collector box for $5.50 at the local game store. Jordan, that's good to know. Because we've been watching the prices shift, right? So hold on, $5.50. Let me check something here. $5.50. I've seen $4.54, by the way. But let's just say $5.50 times 1.40, then times 1.13. So that's around $870 Canadian. With taxes. With taxes and import fees. That's about $870. So that's actually kind of on par to what we'd pay in Canada right now. I'm surprised it's not actually a little bit cheaper, Jordan. I've seen them at $4.54, right? $4.54 US. Somebody sent me that on the weekend over Instagram. I took a look at those. I'm like, yep, that's a good price, man. Well, you got to think the IPs they're choosing are ones that are, of course, something that's going to grip people in a certain demographic of age, too. Oh my God, you mentioned Fraggle Rock? Let the music play. Keep your cares for another day. That's, yeah, down in Fraggle Rock. With the dozers, right? The guys who build. Consistently going for around $5.30 on TCG and eBay. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Hasbro, like I said, when they did the Play-Doh, at least that's an in-house IP that they control. It makes sense, right? Star Trek is next year's Doctor Who. Star Trek does have a lot of fans, though. Old World Micmac. There is a lot of fans of Star Trek. So I wonder if, yeah, it has initial good sales, drops off the map, and then has big sales later. I would like to see a full expansion of Warhammer 40k. I would like to see that. And another Fallout set would be great, too. There's just certain cards you're like, I'd love to see that card. I like the idea of the Titans and stuff. I'm sorry. I get down the rabbit hole when I see Warhammer 40k clips, like the video games and the little mini movies and stuff. I'm sorry, man. It is awesome. It's just so banger. Oh, Yoko. That would be... What are you trying to do? Cause an explosion? Yeah, I think Star Trek's bigger, but Doctor Who's been around so long, man. Serialized Avatar would be a good question. Math, if they are smart, they're going to do it. So I think they will, because I think that Spider-Man was a rushed set. In my mind, it's a rushed set. Good cards, but still a rushed set. And I jump over and I look and say to myself, if I'm looking at Avatar and I look at all the characters, you can do serialized Aang, you can do some fun stuff with that could really play well with the consumer base. So yeah. Jim's like, Star Trek is way bigger. I want a Klingon and a Borg commander deck. Can you imagine having a Klingon bird of prey? No, a Klingon battle cruiser. Romulan, right? Is it Romulan bird of prey? Yeah, they call it like birds, right? Yeah. I want to get, remember the little ship from, what is it called? Star Trek Deep Space Nine? The one that Worf used to like command. It's like a little battleship. The thing's like a tank, but it's small. I used to love that thing because it fires phasers and torpedoes everywhere, and it just like starts nailing. I love that ship. Romulan Warbird, thank you. That's the one. The Defiant, yeah, burning. There's something about that when it happened in the movie. I'm like, yeah, bring it. It's the same. Like, I love epic battles. Okay, when I remember going to the movies. By the way, with my grandmother who did not watch Star Wars, and I was watching Empire Strikes Back, and that Hoth battle scene. Me is like, what was I? 7 or 8 years old, going, you couldn't believe it. Stuff just blew my mind. Elder Scrolls would be awesome. I want a Q card. Yeah, Q would be an avatar. He'd be a god. Oh, come on. I'd make Q like a probably a 3/3, but he could do all kinds of crazy stuff, like roll a dice or something like in Dungeons and Dragons, and maybe have a dungeon card style thing where Q does certain things to other players. Like if Q comes into the board, you roll a dice, and this is what happens to you, and you have to take this card, and this card every turn you roll, and if Q's removed, this card stays for the rest of the game doing crazy things to you. Wouldn't that be cool? Come on, man. Somebody's got to get on board with that one. I agree, Jordan. It looks great. It kind of brings you back, right, to the idea of it. So I'm happy. Hey, Stargate was awesome. I remember the movie in the theater back in the day. And I didn't watch the TV show for years because I'm like, no, I don't want to see that. It doesn't have the same actors. But then when I watched it, way better than I thought. Sell. Snakeskin salad, I would sell them. I think they're going to drop. They're not serialized, and I think they're going to drop. So I've already seen some drop, right? So, yep, I would get my money out while I can, put them down on a spreadsheet, and then go back and look, 6-7 months if you still want them. It's still just a regular card with a card variant, right? But as we saw today, it's hard to open this stuff. Oh, come on. They are doing a new Spaceballs movie, right? So, it's very possible that you could get a secret lair, because don't forget, Wizard of the Coast seems to time these IPs with new movies coming out, right? The next level thing for all the new Marvel stuff. We are going to have new Ninja Turtle stuff. The Ronin guys coming out, right? So I'm like, you know what? You're going to see this stuff. I want to see a Ferengi Ethereum deck. Spaceballs would be good then. Lone Star! Pizza the Hut. Remember that? God, that was great. Oh, such a good one. I love that stuff, man. Spaceball. Yeah, Spaceballs, the secret lair. Board decks should be like, just they assimilate you. When a card goes to your graveyard, put it into play on the Borg side the following turn, tapped. Maybe. Patrick, don't doubt stuff, though. Oh, Firefly. Do you know, I watched Serenity first. I don't know if I told you guys this. I watched Serenity the movie first. I said, am I missing something? My friends are like, you never saw Firefly? I'm like, no. And they loaned me the tapes. VHS. I was like, this is amazing. Only one season. Serialized big helmet. The bleeps and the creeps. Oh, that'd be so great. Oh, Battlestar Galactica would be a nice one, man. Hey, I'd be good with that burning. Yeah, because they all regenerate automatically. That'd be cool too. Oh, Mixel. Avatar is going to be good. I think, I like the TV show. So, the TV one they did on Netflix. I didn't watch a lot of the cartoon episodes till way later. I'm actually looking for, I guess it's November. I get my One Punch Man next season, so I'll be so happy. Giant comb for desert cards. Hey, that's awesome, Drip. That's awesome. The command tower be a diet maid. Oh, and for what do you call it? A treasure for Spaceballs, you could get the Perrier as a 0 treasure. You can tap to gain 3 life. Purest air. Wiley, I love it, man. I just keep repeating the episodes. I like the idea of a person who can't be beat, and he's humble about it. I like it. Can't help it, man. Oh my god. Oh, this was fun tonight. I needed this. I missed it last week. I love being with my wife and family. Don't get me wrong. We had all kinds of people up. but it's just nice to hang with you guys. Suck. Oh, hey, Trigon. Okay, Chim, I heard Robotech is still tied up, though. The IP itself is actually tied up between the two companies. I would just love to get a Robotech secret lair, man. I would die. Let Harmony Gold and those guys work that stuff out, because I so want to see it. Anyway, guys, it is time to wrap things up. I want to thank you all for coming out tonight. Congratulations to Tug for winning and then giving away his entire box of Spider-Man Collector. I know it wasn't the best box, but Minimox doesn't know that. He's going to be like just happy as you know what to go through all those cards. So thanks again, guys. Thanks for coming out tonight. And, of course, to the people who donated to the channel to help keep the lights on and pay the internet. That was all of you out there. So thanks again for that tonight. Guys, have a great one. I'll see you in the comment sections tomorrow. It's going to be crazy, man. Crazy stuff. Good night, everybody.